It is live.
Oh, we're live?
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, let me just advertise this fucker on the Book of Faces.
Yeah,
May as well.
Yeah. Also, Fine Fist Productions. Da, da, da. Oh, come on, you fucker post. There we go. There we go. All right. We're live. No one's in so far.
Rip. You're
recording this for posterity or no?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll make sure not to say anything that the internet will make me regret. Unless I do it on accident.
All right.
Which,
to be fair, is pretty likely.
All right. I got the window open.
Cool.
All right. We are streaming as we speak.
And we are speaking as we stream.
Exactly. All right, 5 watching now. Can we get up to 10?
The answer, no.
All right. Let's see, 6 watching. Bonjour. Bonjour, Otis. And here, I'll send you the link to it as well. And make sure it's muted so that you don't get any...
Well, I'm wearing headphones, so that shouldn't be a problem. At least when I'm not speaking. But yeah, I suppose I'll mute it.
Yeah, because you're just going to hear all sorts of shit. I like...
we're YouTube streaming.
I like how the very first related
God
video...
damn,
I'm like 5 minutes behind. That's amazing.
I love how the very first video that's in the related section is "You simply don't fuck with Kenshiro."
Yeah, that's the one I have too.
It's kind of weird.
Usually I expect YouTube to tailor their shit to each person individually. But maybe it's all the same for some streams. I don't really know how that works.
Come on, people. All right, I said, God, I hope it's more than 2 people.
Did you hear about
the Jack in the Box controversy?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
apparently Jack in the Box put out they put out an advertisement and they've got like new teriyaki bowls.
Okay.
And Jack in the Box guy, yeah, people love my bowls. Grab a hold of them.
Oh no.
Yeah. And at the end of the commercial, it cuts to Jack in the Box sitting across, from his legal department. He's like, Jack, you can't do that. It's not gonna work. Why? What's wrong with it? We just can't do it.
Can I say? I can't say people love my bowls.
No, you can't.
Can I say
try my bowls?
No.
Etc.
And people are getting mad at this is inappropriate in the era of Me Too. And it's like,
are you fucking... What are they...
This is just stuff that I heard from Philip DeFranco, okay? I have to assume it's legit that there's actually complaints about this, but for the life of me, I can't understand how...
What, did they get raped by a cheeseburger? Or...
I don't know. Look,
South Park did this shit years ago. It's mainstream now. You can make jokes about balls and things that sound like balls. Hell, SNL did it back in the fucking 70s. You know the sweaty balls sketch?
Yep.
Alec Baldwin, sweaty balls. Put them in your mouth.
Ladies love suck them. Alright, well, I'm gonna send a message.
Blows my fucking mind.
Let's see here. I'm gonna send a message out. on Google Plus to anybody who. Here we go. Google Plus. How do I? Okay.
I need to figure out what I'm making for dinner and lunch on Sunday.
All right.
I've got tomorrow figured out, but I'm currently paralyzed with indecision.
Alright, shared the post. Hopefully that'll work. It's a kind of magic. Magic. Let me try something. Let me try something here. I'll post Oh no, Otis, this is actually a flag. This is actually the flag that they used in Hokuto no Ken Part 2 for the North Star Army. And that's what it's based off of. It's a very simple flag, but it brings a point across.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna record a video very quick and put it on the channel, on my channel, to see if we can, get people to watch. Give me just a second. All right, let's see.
While you do that, I'm gonna fuck around aimlessly.
Hey everybody, this is Big Al once again. Just a quick little thing. We are currently doing a stream on our bridging channel, me and my buddy Andrew. So go and check it out. We'll be talking about future plans with the Fist of the North Star Bridge series, and we'll also be talking about what inspired us to make it in the first place. Plus, some related hokey bullshit, I guess. So yeah, go check it out. The link is in the description. Thank you. Big Al, over and out. Hey, for the 6 people who are watching this, sorry for the dead air.
Oh no, baby, what are you doing? Oh well. It's probably fine. There's like 2
This is fine. House is on fire.
They can't possibly fuck it up at this stage. Probably.
Maybe. Mayhaps.
Anything's possible with shit rolls. But it's statistically impossible for them to fuck this up. The best kind of impossible. Who's Mundane Matt again?
He's a content creator on YouTube. Mundane Matt, he did a lot of political videos. He for the longest time he didn't show it. He's like a lot of people. He has an avatar. He has an avatar for the longest time, and then he does a face reveal, and then he's still he's I guess the best way I could describe him is Phil DeFranco, but edgy, I guess. But less edgy than Keemstar. He's actually one of the people that sparked the Gamergate movement.
Oh, really?
Because his video on Zoe Quinn was flagged by Zoe Quinn, which kick-started this whole fucking thing off. 4 years ago.
Gamergate
now,
4 years ago
4 years ago.
Like 4 years ago. Somehow still relevant.
And 4 years later, now he's false flagging videos that make fun of him and make him feel sad.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, and
that is not a good look.
He was pulled into the Kumite the Kumite Blood Sports live stream, and he was.
The hell is that?
It's a long story. Have you heard of the term internet blood sports?
No, I actually haven't, which is surprising. Probably.
So
tell me the context.
Okay, so simply put, internet blood sports is you get a bunch of people in a stream to start screaming at each other. It's just about as stupid as it sounds.
Just everybody gets on mic and yeah.
Political discourse, most often.
Oh, so it's not literal screaming.
No, it's not literal screaming. It's like you got one. It's debates, but with screaming.
And everyone debates at the top of their voice.
Well, that's what it devolves into more than most often.
Oh, I see.
But yeah,
like several people at a time though.
Yes, it's. I
would think you wouldn't want to put that above 4 people.
Oh, I've seen streams that had like 10.
Oh God.
Yeah, now you know why it's a cluster.
That seems like it would only end in tragedy.
Yeah, usually they do.
Also, I seem to be picking up myself on your mic.
Here, let me turn the volume down on you for just a tad.
All right.
Is that Broly drinking coffee?
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I made that my Discord avatar a while back.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm very glad to have found it. It's good fucking art.
But yeah.
For the longest time I was using that as an avatar, and then Ugandan Knuckles came out, and I made that my avatar, and everybody in the Discord I'm usually in most of my time said, Andrew, no, change it back.
Joe Chill, hey, why'd you kill Batman's parents? Why'd you kill Batman's parents, Joe Chill?
I mean, to be fair, he's probably stopped more crimes by proxy than any other man in existence.
All right, our numbers are slowly climbing up.
Mm-hmm.
I think posting that on my main channel did the trick.
All
right, now we're up to 9. Holy shit.
All right, what's our threshold to get started?
10.
Okay.
Oh no, it went back down to 8.
Damn.
Damn. Fucker didn't even, wait. Just logged in and logged the fuck out.
Womp womp.
So yeah, welcome to the Defined Fist Productions live stream where we putz around for half an hour waiting for people to show up.
Isn't that most live streams though?
Yeah. I guess so.
Like most archive live streams I see, it's like the first 10-15 minutes of the streamer, like fucking, there's not even anybody.
Dead air.
It's just, it's just, hey, stream's starting like a little bit, live now. Have fun.
Have fun in this lawless wasteland.
Wouldn't call it a lawless wasteland. Most people have mods. We don't.
We are the mods.
Don't do anything dumb. The YouTube police will come after you.
And the consequences will never be the same. Because you're being reported to the cyber police.
Dun dun. It's weird. We do have cyber police, but there's no government cyber police. It's all private cyber police. It's like the cyberpunk dystopian future we were all worried about, except it's all on the internet.
Alright, come on, 9. Let's make it to 10. Come on. Yeah! Zach Ross. And they'll backtrace you! Alright, let's see. Justin, Otis, Joe Chill, who killed Batman. Zach Ross. Zach is a normal. Zach is a usual guest or a usual a person on my live streams.
Cool.
I think Otis is too, but yeah. So I think we can. I think we could get started now. So yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Just to let you guys know, we don't really have a script.
Nope.
We're just gonna shoot off topics as we go.
Yeah, you prepare topics though, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yep. I run this bitch.
Excellent.
All right. So, good evening, everybody. It's me, Big Al, with my co-producer, co-writer, and co-creator, Andrew.
Yep,
that's me.
All right. So, we just thought this would be a nice, fun little thing for people to watch. Just to let you guys, in order to let you guys know that we're not dead.
Yep, we're very much alive.
We're very much alive. We're very much alive, and we're very much still working on this series, which has been in development hell for almost a year now. Fucking Christ. So,
shit happens.
All right, we got the magic number 10. Woo!
Yeehaw.
We snaw. All right, let me check my regular video out very regular.
yeah, it's a helping schedule, all right. Okay, so what's our first item on the agenda?
First item on the agenda. Let me check this very quick. Okay, that's my phone. Sorry, guys. First item on the agenda is probably to get out of the way and let people know what the fuck is taking so long. That's the first, and really, the best way that I could sum it up without boring you to tears, IRL shit. I think that's.
Well, I think it'd probably be good to go over the particulars.
Yeah, I know. I know.
The original problem, as I recall, was you breaking your computer.
Yes, that was the original problem, which started with episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it was episode 2. That's why that took so long.
Mm-hmm. A long and storied history of fucking problems.
God, this series was doomed before it fucking started.
God himself does not want it made. That's why I stick around.
That's right. But yeah, it's basically what happened is I used to have an actual desktop. Mike says you got a bit of an echo, but that's probably my fault because the mic is so close to the speakers. Here, let's try this.
Yeah, I'm wearing headphones, so that shouldn't be coming from my end.
Okay, there we go. I think that's a bit better. Maybe if I adjust the gain on my microphone.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
There you go. Okay, so
eventually you got a laptop.
Yep, I used to have a desktop computer that was probably relevant back in 2000. And Andrew was the one who helped me destroy it.
Yeah, we took that sucker apart. Turns out Al doesn't clean his computer out.
Yeah. I don't think there were any there weren't any RAM sticks or anything in it. It was just, it was. What's the best way?
I guarantee there were RAM sticks, but yeah, we didn't look at that too close. We did take apart a hard drive though. That was interesting. Al got to see a hard disk.
Yeah, we took it apart, figured out what the hell was, cause it was working fine. It was my baby for God, I want to say since 2000 since I started YouTube. I almost had that fucker for 10 years, and it was running on Vista. And let's see, it was running on fucking Vista. That's just to give you an index of how fucking old it is. and I had Sony Vegas 5, which was my video editing software for years. And then it just stopped working. Then it slowly but surely got slower and slower and slower until eventually it got to the point where the computer was like, nope, no memory left. I don't, I do not have the willpower to continue this shit. So I got Andrew over and we destroyed the fucker because my mom thought that like pirates or whatever were going to try and take all our information through the hard drive.
Better safe than sorry.
True. And it was fun. It was fun. I got to beat a hard drive with a hammer until it was unrecognizable. Mike says, dude, try being 10 and bricking your pet grandpa's PC by spilling a liter of Coke on it. Ouch.
How do you spill an entire liter of Coca-Cola?
But anyway, then I got a new laptop that year, and I saved everything that I needed on a flash drive. And got a new laptop, and that's how episode 2 was finished. Episode 3 went off pretty much without a hitch, I would say. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I don't recall there being much in the way of production problems with episode 3, thank goodness.
And
we knocked out the script pretty quick and got to work pretty fast.
But episode 4, which is what we're currently on right now, we actually got a script out pretty damn fast.
Yeah, I think we actually began the scripting for episode 4 while episode 3 was still in editing.
Yes.
I want to say.
Yeah. We began scripting while episode 3 was in production. Now, the hang-up for episode 4 initially was I dropped my external, like, what I did, and this, I should have never done this. This is so fucking stupid. Initially, what I did was I took a look at my 128 gig flash drive, which should have more than enough space to do whatever the fuck I want with it, right? And I looked at it and go, there's not going to be enough space for everything I need. I'm just going to reformat it for my Nintendo Wii U. So I moved everything from there into a brand new 2 terabyte external hard drive, and then reformatted the thumb drive for my Wii U. Well, fast forward, and I dropped the fucking hard drive. I dropped it on my hard floor. Now keep in mind, the hard drive that I bought was supposed to be like drop resistant. I dropped it, and then all of a sudden, every time I tried to read it, every time I tried to plug it in, nothing would read. The light would like flash on and off, and the computer recognized that it was plugged in, but it would not, it wouldn't read. So I'm thinking, uh-oh. Everything, I cannot access anything on it. I do believe that I bricked it, because I even went to my buddy, I went to my buddy Dan's, who's kind of a self-taught computer geek, because he's got a hard drive repair kit, right? And he's like, well, all we got to do is take off the external shell and take the internal hard drive and just plug it directly into my computer, into my reader. That didn't work. He bypassed everything you needed for the hard drive to work, and it wouldn't work. So everything that I've ever saved on there, all of my iTunes music, all my iPod music, all of my special effects, all my sound effects, everything was gone. And that was the hang up then. Well, I pulled myself up from my bootstraps and said, you know what? I'm gonna re-download everything. I'm gonna re-download uTorrent. I'm gonna get all the episodes that I need. I'm gonna get all the sound effects that I need, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody who had lines turned in their lines. And at this point, I'm still, I haven't checked yet, but I think we still need 1 or 2 characters. And they're currently working on it right now. So I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna get this started. We're finally gonna get started. Well, imagine my shock when I booted up Sony Vegas to render a completely unrelated video. It was actually like it was my thoughts on the recent Smash Direct that dropped a couple days ago, and it had all this fancy editing on it, and I was ready, and I was using Sony Vegas 10 or Sony Vegas 9, which is still completely obsolete, but I used it anyway. Not enough RAM. As it was rendering, not enough RAM. I'm thinking, what the fuck? This has never happened to me before on this computer where I use Sony Vegas and it suddenly ran out of memory. What the fuck is going on? So, and I even, like, in all the other times that I use this laptop and use Sony Vegas 5, people are like, oh, well, you had Google Chrome open, that uses a lot of RAM. But I've done that in the past and with no issues whatsoever. And this computer has a decent amount of RAM. It has 12 gigs of RAM, but I guess, that's still not enough. I did everything I could.
Gigs are bust.
What's that?
I'm shitposting. Nobody needs 64 gigs of RAM.
And
yes.
And it's like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I go on every tech website I can think of, and they're like, oh, turn off some of the processors. That didn't work. Make Sony Vegas your dedicated thing for memory. That didn't work. Make it so that it's not using as much power. Have a power plan. That didn't work. And eventually I was like, all right, I guess it's back to Vegas 5. And then that wouldn't work. So I'm at a loss. I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? And that
I wonder if some of your RAM died in the laptop.
What's that?
Have you noticed slowdown in other applications at all?
No, not at all. It's just when I render video. It's just recently when I was rendering videos in Vegas. Maybe Sony products are like that. I've been hearing that Sony Vegas, that Sony products, especially their video software, is incredibly RAM extensive.
Yeah, but that probably shouldn't affect fucking Vegas 5, I would imagine. Like the newer shit, sure, but the old shit? It's weird.
So yeah, that's the current hang-up for episode 4. We had everything going to plan, and then God said no.
Al needs a new video editing program.
Well, some people suggested... One person suggested, suggested Adobe Premiere, and I'm like, I am not spending $19 a month for something that I'll barely use.
Adobe's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, look,
they charge that much.
No. What's bizarre is that you can't buy it up front. You have to basically lease it.
Yeah, the subscription program thing, that's weird. That's hella weird. That's the weirdest fucking thing.
I don't think I've ever heard of that for any other program, for any other company. Like
the alternative, we could check. We could check the specs on your laptop and see if it has expandable RAM. If it's possible to,
Zach, not if you pirate it.
Yarr.
You are a pirate and you're going to fucking jail.
Yeah, legal disclaimer, that shit's not legal.
Yeah, that's not legal. Neither is torrenting. Just throwing that out there.
Well, if the company is not willing to provide a product at all, that kind of
then you seize the means of production and lay waste to the bourgeois pigs.
Hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading.
But yeah, that catches you guys up to speed for why the fuck we haven't uploaded any new episodes yet.
Yeah, that is indeed where we are.
Yep.
We have more or less everything we need. Minus, I think, some dialogue. We're just waiting.
Yeah, we're just waiting on dialogue. I have all the episodes ready. I don't need many sound effects or music for this episode at all. Let's see.
Jesus, the Windows Movie Maker is fucking $80 standalone? That's terrible.
It's the most basic it's the most basic software for movie editing, but you can't layer videos on top of each other, and you only have two audio channels that you can use.
My God.
I mean, Windows Movie Maker has served me well when I started out.
Do PowerPoint, animate it frame by frame.
Yes. Wacky transitions. Throw some fucking clip art on there. Alright, well, we've gotten that out of the way. I think, why don't we tell people how we got inspired to do this shit in the first place?
Okay. I think we've discussed this before, but it's always fun talking about it again. So, way back in the fucking yesteryear of fuck, was it 20? It was 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, back in 2016, Team 4-Star decided to do something they called the Tenkaichi Iron Man Budokai Abridge-a-thon.
Mm-hmm.
And what that essentially meant was they did a big call for people to do episode 1s of, and their Bridge series that they hadn't been working on previously. And everybody had a month to do it.
And at this point, Andrew just started getting into Fist of the North Star, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Al had been showing me clips and shit of it that he'd been reblogging on fucking Tumblr. And I'm just like, yo, this is an anime about a dude who wanders around the desert punching people until they blow up. Yeah, that seems pretty fucking dope.
And if I remember, I think I mentioned to Andrew that I've been wanting to do a Bridge series of Fist of the North Star for a while, but never went around to doing it.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of times previous to that you had, dipped your toes in the water before, but you'd never actually gotten an episode out due to various problems. And I saw the announcement for the TIBA, and I'm just like, this is a real good opportunity to do that. Because I like writing. I like to do stuff, and it was a good excuse for me to do a little bit of voice acting as well. Which, goodness gracious, I've always wanted to act. Less so now as I've gotten older and see how much politics is involved, but it's always a part of me that wants to perform. And I thought, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to bring it up to Al. And he went for it.
I jumped at the opportunity. I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it, man.
It's like, yeah, I love this idea. Let's fucking go. I was honestly a little surprised. I didn't think you'd, take to it so quickly and easily.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't, really expecting it to be like, let's fucking go. I was thinking, it could be cool, I'll think about it. But no, it was pretty immediate.
Yep. And immediately we're like, okay, we need roles. We need to have an open casting call. Like, we were going all out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
BLS to do it, when you have a fucking month to do it, you gotta get it done.
Oh, BLS 1994 says, I'm new to this channel myself, and I have found this series to be pretty funny, especially the Fang arc. Well, I appreciate it. We both appreciate it. Thank you. He asks, were you inspired by the weekly tube show abridged series of Hokuto no Ken? And I'm happy to say yes.
For Al, the answer is yes, but for me, not really.
Because he didn't get into it until I showed him clips after we started doing this thing.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't something that I'd been exposed to previously. I was mostly going off one of the series that I had seen previously because I had started watching it before the announcement, just out of interest and curiosity. And when the idea of doing in a bridge series got floated, the gears immediately started to turn. I'm trying to think of, okay, well, how can we mess with characterization specifically so we can immediately lean into comedy? Because I think that's the most important thing to do when you're doing parody work. You gotta shift stuff, and it's gotta be character focused. Because situational changes lead to what some people call and then storytelling. This happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. Ideally, you want this happened because of that. This happened instead.
Let's see. Also, the original plan wasn't the series; it was the animated movie.
Yeah, Al's first thought was that we'd do the movie, and we started, some scripting for that, but it became apparent pretty quickly.
This wasn't gonna happen. There's no fucking way you could do it in 15 minutes.
10 minutes, I think.
Or 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
So yeah, 10 minutes. That was real. That was pretty narrow to do a whole movie in 10 minutes.
It would have been ambitious, that's for sure.
It definitely would have been ambitious, but I don't think it would have played to our strengths, and I'm glad we chose to not do that in the end.
Also, I don't know if we're the first bridge series to do this, but if you've been watching this, from episode 1 to episode 3, you might notice most of bridge. Actually, I think pretty much every abridged series takes a series episode by episode by episode. We decided to say, fuck all that. We're doing it by arc.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff that really there's not a lot of meat to go on.
There's a lot of
episode to episode in a lot of shows.
Fist of the North Star has so much fucking filler in it. It's not even funny. Like the entire Shin arc is basically filler. Cause in the manga he fights. It's basically he fights Heart and then he fights Shin, and that's pretty much it. And it's what's funny about and we'll get back to our first episode in a second. But what's funny about the actual how the arcs go in the manga, God's Army and Devil Reverse in the show. Well, Ken fights them after he kills Shin. Yeah,
kind of got moved up in the anime, huh?
Yeah, which if you really think about it, it makes sense. Like, why would he like? It makes it
like his great adversary in the middle of the first season. Yeah, good point.
Well, not just that. Like, what I'm trying to get at is like Devil Reverse, right? He's this huge fucker, the embodiment of true evil. Why does he like if you really think about it, it doesn't really make sense for him to kill him and then just some dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely seems like there should be a bit more fodder in his way, considering Shin stole his bitch.
Yeah. Like, so he fights what should be in any other situation the final boss, and then he fights just some fuckboy who stole his woman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's see. Hold on a second. I got a couple of questions here. Question, Al: is it just a coincidence that you voiced the main arc villain so far? No, we actually hoped that it would have been kind of an in joke.
Yeah, it turned into a running gag when we got to Joggy, and it was like, okay, well, Al has to be Joggy. There's no way we're getting around that.
Because I actually have a fucking mask, and that's true. In fact, here, let me just throw something up on the screen very quick.
First two, kind of a coincidence, because we didn't have anybody who suited the role better, and Al did a very good job. So we're like, okay, there we go. But
there's me.
One is chance, two is a coincidence, and three is a pattern, as they say.
There's me, method acting as Joggy.
Yep.
In the Joggy mask. And yeah, 100% true. I voice acted all of Joggy's lines with the mask on except for the flashback sequence. And the only thing I had to do was kind of put a filter over my voice and post edit, because that's just craft foam in front of my mouth. It's not gonna muffle my voice that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is.
But in episode 4, things will be different.
Yeah, but we won't spoil it. We won't.
Yeah, we will not spoil it.
We won't spoil it.
That's it for details.
But yeah. So we're editing this. So we're coming up. So let's talk about casting. So most of the people we casted were personal friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Nepotism. No.
Yeah, I just don't happen to know particularly many people who are into voice acting and voice recording. So I didn't have a talent pool to draw from. Luckily, Al did.
Let's see. Mike says, I like the whole arc per episode deal. It definitely helps with pacing and kills some filler. Yeah, that's actually kind of why we did that.
Yeah, it definitely became pretty apparent during the initial writing process that the storytelling in Fist of the North Star is pretty simplistic, which makes sense. It's 80s, pretty old school.
Mm-hmm.
Really, most of the stories that are there to tell, you can get through a lot of it very, very quickly. If you cut out, Ken murdering Bucks. Because really what you really want is you want the big standout villains, you want to establish their characterization, how it clashes with Ken, and then have Ken kill them. That's the big stuff.
Yeah, it really doesn't get much deeper than that. I mean, there are, I guess there's attempt at being like deep with the themes of like love and friendship, but that's shonen for you.
The power of friendship could power a bazooka that would destroy the planet.
But
It would be amazing.
So yeah, most of the people who did voice acting for us were personal friends, especially with the background characters and mooks. But our big voice actor that we got is Michael Potok, who does the voice for Kenshiro.
Dude's great.
And yeah, how we got him is he's actually a good friend of another friend of mine who's in the professional voice acting business. And and Tiana was basically like, hey, I hear you looking for some voice actors. I know a guy who has several years of who has several years of experience. He's done a lot of smaller roles, but I think he's what you're looking for. So I'm like, all right, what's his name? So she gives me all of his name, his details. I hit him up, I tell him what's going on. He's like, all right, sure, just whatever you need, just let me know. So I send him what we're looking for, and he does the narrator, Shin, and Kenshiro. And we settled with Michael for Kenshiro and the narrator, but I have to admit, his Shin audition was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was all really good. Our only concern was that he would spend over half the episode talking to himself. That would be a bit of a no-no.
And that's why I decided to voice Shin the fuckboy.
Oh my God. Our characterization of Shin is possibly one of the favorite things that we've done. The single, my favorite single line is still "Step off, bitch! I know karate."
Yes, good old Jackal.
Jackal is hysterical.
Anime Heat says, play his Shin audition. You know what? I'm gonna look for my email right now. It won't take long. I'm gonna
sure play that shit back. It'll be great.
All right. All right. Let me just check my email here.
Yeah, Anime Heat, it's really rough if you don't have a decent mic. Like, if you notice, in the first episode, Bat's audio quality, not great. It's because I recorded it on a fucking boom mic. It was on my old pair of headphones. Since then, I've been going over to Al's to use his equipment because he's actually got a pretty good microphone. So. Holy shit, is that real?
What's up?
Okay, and Anime Heat says, also, did you know Gary Daniels, Kenshiro in the 95 movie, named his son Kenshiro?
Oh my god.
Is that true facts? Because if so, that's goddamn amazing.
Alright, while I'm looking for the shit audition, Anime Heat wants us to tell a story on how we made Takahata piss himself with Kenshiro reversing time.
Okay, we placed, I think it was 29th.
Yes.
In the top 30 for the TIMA competition, which I was super happy with. Like, that we even placed. Because apparently they got hundreds of submissions. And that made me really happy. And there was some, very straightforward criticism in their review video. They did not hold back on us, and I appreciate that. And looking back, there is some stuff that I would do differently for episode 1, were it in my power, but the past is the past, and it's better to move forward and keep working on stuff.
Okay.
But Takahata did say during his section of the review, I believe he said actually not piss himself, but he water came out of his nose. He was drinking while he was watching. In the instance where Kenshiro tosses Lin into the air, and his shirt magically grows back on because Al just threw it in reverse. He just fucks off out of town.
Let's give everybody a reminder of that scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Play it back.
There you go. This is gonna cover the entire stream. There we go. There you go. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes and weep. There you go.
I spent Predator Lin was also a really good design choice from us that I feel absolutely terrible about, and I'm sorry, but I'm glad I did it. Because the whole point is to make you uncomfortable.
Poor Chelsea. Poor Chelsea.
We got just a really distressing take for the coming episode, so look forward to it.
Yeah, look forward to it. All right, I have Michael's audition. I'm ready to play it.
All right.
This was 2 years ago. We're gonna get nostalgic, so don't mind us.
Blast from the past.
Just a forewarning, I wanted to record these as soon as possible. Unfortunately, it is raining quite a bit outside. My mom's also outside playing Angry Birds and screaming about it because, well,
sorry, Otis.
Hopefully that's not too distracting, and when time comes to do actual lines, I'll make sure that there's none of that audible. So
you're going to want to turn that up a bit. I can already hear it, I imagine.
The world has
not particularly loud enough for anybody else watching.
Okay. Alright, well... Alright, so... It's actually picking up the OBS, the streaming software. It's actually... It's actually capturing directly from the desktop, so you can't hear it, but everyone else can.
Oh, good.
So if
I had unmuted the stream, I would have been able to hear it. Okay.
Indeed. Nuclear war and the Trump presidency have ravaged the planet. Cities, forests, and oceans have all been swallowed by the barren desert wasteland.
Keep in mind, this was before he was elected.
This was before his run at the presidency was a thing.
And not just some meme?
I think when we wrote it,
it's
still to everybody a joke.
When we wrote that in the script, we had no fucking idea it would actually happen.
Yeah, if I knew that shit, I'd have put money on it. I'd be rich.
Okay, so let me continue.
However, even in these dark times, love still blooms. Not always the best kind, though. Kenshiro. All right, tons of fun. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not. I came here to suck dick and kick ass, and my legs are tired.
Okay, do we have to explain what the fuck we were thinking with that line?
As I recall, that sequence was your idea.
Yeah.
And I worry, in hindsight, that one of the things that wasn't communicated particularly well that Ken was kind of banking on Hart to be a homophobe. And just running off in
a gay
panic. In reaction to some big muscular dude coming onto him super hard.
Joke's on you, I'm a bear. I thought that was clever.
It was clever. In retrospect, I think.
In retrospect, we should have done something else. It was. That's
not even necessarily something else. Just the method in which we did it. Probably could have stood to make it clear that that's what Ken was trying for. Because as it is, it just comes a little bit out of left field and doesn't amount to anything. So like a little bit of build-up.
Like him saying,
would have been for the better.
Something other than, "Hey, watch this." In retrospect, you
should have been something like, "I'm gonna scare him off." Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that might have worked a little bit better. But you know, it's over now.
Here we go.
Unless we ever do that, fucking joke remake of episode 1 when we get finished. But rather than actually fixing problems with the episode, I just want to turn up the lens flare and have random explosions for the memes.
Alright, so he's starting to get into the watas. This is the part where he hates me. He does a really good job with that.
He does a damn good job.
And you know what's funny? He's never at this point he's never seen the series, so he has no context whatsoever. He nailed the Kiais.
Yeah, just absolutely 10 out of 10 work on that. 10 out of 10 work all around, really.
Shin. You just don't understand, Ken. I'm here to claim the woman I love, Yuria. I won't be friend-zoned again. Well, how'd you like that, Ken? Dumped on your own honeymoon. Well, see ya. Are you sure it doesn't work like this? Okay, so keep in mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. His Shin audition, fucking banger.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Michael's work with Shin, and obviously I talked about Chelsea. Actually, someone asked a question about let's see. Someone asked a question about let's see, about Lynn. I'm trying to find it.
Somebody did?
Someone asked a question.
I missed it.
Someone asked a question about Lynn. I'm trying to find it. Shit, I can't find it. But the question was, what gave us the idea of making her a sexual deviant? I can actually...
That one's on me.
Okay.
And what it essentially came down to was watching the original show, it's super apparent that Lynn is just super attached to Ken. Not in a weird way, because she's like fucking 6. But the blooming flower of a young girl's first love.
And then we just corrupted that. And then we just corrupted that and over.
Yeah, turned that shit up to 11 and made it weird.
I am so wet right now.
Fucking funny. My initial thing was just, because she's not overt about it in the original series. In part because she probably doesn't quite understand, what's going on, because she's 6.
Yep.
And the thought of her being sexually aggressive in a lot of ways was both funny and slightly horrifying to me. And I think part of what drew me to make that decision was like the over-sexualization of women, and in particular young women, in anime a lot of the time. Though I don't think I was, thinking about that consciously at the time. But in retrospect, I think that's what guided me to this position. I just wanted to make, the woman being sexually aggressive, just make it weird. She's a girl. She's just a little girl. If she was older, it wouldn't be weird, but she's 6, so it's super fucking creepy. Because, even if you're not consciously thinking about it, it raises all sorts of little questions. Like, why the fuck does she know about all this shit? She's 6.
Oh, and someone, Anime Heat, does she end up growing up, or does she say, no, she grows up.
Yeah, she does grow up in the main series.
Hokuto no Ken 2, she's in her, I want to say late teens. And Bat is in his early 20s, I believe. Then again, this is anime. He could be 16, despite being jacked.
Anime body types, you can't trust him. You can't trust him.
Yeah, Jotaro was like, 14, 16?
I want to say Jotaro's 14, but I could be wrong in showing my ignorance on that part. He could be 16. I'm not sure offhand.
But yeah.
I haven't watched part 3 in a while. Al, you need to watch JoJo's.
I know, I need to watch JoJo's. Oh, fun fact, JoJo was inspired by Fist of the North Star, which I think is one of the biggest reasons why Andrew resonated with it so much.
Mm-hmm. It was an easy drawing, because like Ken's, attack rushes, I had seen some of that before, not only with Star Platinum, but also with Jonathan Joestar's Sunlight Yellow Overdrive, which is very much the same thing as the Ora 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 Ora.
Mm-hmm.
Except with Sun Karate power.
Let's see. Zach Raz, I want to see Al push it even further than a Shadman comic. No!
Oh boy.
No! Fuck you!
I mean,
Zach, I love you, but what the fuck?
I believe in, art and creative intent. I think that would defeat the point. I think that would push it too far into an exploration of sexuality, which is not what I was going for, and also require a lot of new art assets, so no.
Let's see. Anime Heat, Devilman Abridged next. I don't know. I mean, that's the first time anyone's ever brought it up.
Watch Devilman.
There actually was a part where I wanted to fuck with a scene from the movie where Devilman is a giant asshole. Where okay, so there's a scene in the movie in the Devilman OVA, the first one, where it's a summation of the first few chapters. Devilman, Akira turns into Devilman, and then everyone's like, "Amon, it's you," because that's the form that he chose.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kills a demon, and they're like, "Amon, what's wrong with you?" And then he says this. And I shit you not, this is actually from the show. In fact, I might bring it up. He goes, I am no longer Ammon. He's eating shit in hell right now. That 90s OVA English dub magic. And he, and then one of the demons is like, the human's taken over his conscience and took its form, and then Devilman's like, you better fucking believe it, cause I'm gonna kill the rest of you lot. I'm Devilman!
I really should get around to watching either of Devilmans. Either the new one or the old one.
And what I was going to do with that scene is just have him drag out the man portion. Devilman! And then all the demons are like, and then he just like, his mouth agape. Shut up! Fuck you! Fuck.
But as your stuff, after Fist of North Star Bridge, at one point we were kicking around the idea of a Metal Gear Solid abridged. Just because at the time of the discussion I was just getting into Metal Gear. And Metal Gear, 10 out of 10, A+. Check it out if you haven't already.
I want to tell the story about how we hired Mike for Ray, because this is hilarious.
Okay, go right ahead.
So episode 2 is the Fang arc, and there's Big Daddy Fang, which is actually one of my favorite roles that I've played. It's just like, okay, what was the idea? Like, the idea is that they're furries, right? We just made them straight up furries from Anthrocon. And Big Daddy Fang was the main nerd who collected all these figures and was just total fucking creeper. And so Andrew and I are like, we need to look for someone for Ray. And the idea was, I can't remember why we came up with this, but the idea was to have Ray be like this angry Irish man.
It just came to me. I thought this would be fucking funny. If he was just an angry, screaming Gaelic man carving through people.
I'm still proud of that edit where he's like, this dress cost me a fortune and you fuckers ruined it, and he takes off and the dress is flown in the wind with the fucking Irish flag in the background.
Yeah, that's good.
And Gaelic triumphant music just starts playing. But anyway, we're like, okay, we either need somebody who actually is Irish or someone who can do an Irish accent. And Mike contacted me. He's like, I'm Irish, and like without checking his credentials or anything, I'm like, you're fucking hired.
A plus review, Al. A+.
But he's done a great job.
Yeah, it's turned out pretty good. I'm glad for that.
He's done a great job. He's actually dabbled in voice acting before and editing before. He has several years of experience with editing, so if we ever need him for anything specific, he's ready to go. But yeah, he was a grunt. He was a grunt in the first episode, and then when I mentioned you were looking for someone Irish, he was like, "Well, I'm Irish," and we hit it off from there. And I coached him with how we want the lines to be said, and so far he's done a pretty damn good job. So, let's see. Wait a minute. Otis Meehan says, if I remember correctly, anime YouTuber The Anime Hero referenced the Irish flag scene on his Twitter page. You gotta show me that.
Damn.
You gotta show me that. If you can find it, please send the link. I gotta see that. If other YouTubers are
Al's gonna nut.
Yeah. If other YouTubers are referencing our shit, that's amazing. But yeah, let's see. Mamiya is voiced by my good friend Serena, who was Yuria. And honestly, we couldn't think of anyone else to voice Mamiya.
Half the joke is supposed to be that they're almost indistinguishable from each other in terms of appearance.
Yeah, so
it made sense.
And there's no scene where the two of them are together, so that works. Mike says, it's weird with the accent. It's hard to pull a stereotypical one despite being Irish.
No, that makes sense.
Let's see. What else? What else could we talk about? The Joggy arc was so fun. It was so much fucking fun to do.
There was so many great things that
I think
from the beginning we were looking forward to doing in the Joggy.
Because Joggy, initially, the way I initially wrote him, Andrew was like, no, we don't want to make him, like, a tragic, understandable villain. We still want to make him an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because Joggy's whole thing is the reason why he wants to seek revenge is because Kenshiro fucked up his face permanently and is causing him permanent pain. He has a metal plate stapled into his face to stop it from blowing up. And initially the way I wrote it was he was going to be kind of sympathetic. And Andrew's like, nah, fuck him.
Nah, fam, no sympathy for the devil. Sympathy's not funny. Pain is funny.
And oh, this will be a great time. Initially, we had an extended flashback scene.
Mm-hmm.
Where, God, the fuck me eyes on Lynn. I can't stop staring.
Turn it away, Al. Put up an image. Save yourself.
Oh, no. Be gone, thought. I have another image.
Lynn's face deals sleaze damage every round.
Let's see.
There we go.
Thank God. Oh, I'll throw this up instead since we're talking about episode 3. There you go. Yeah. You'll see in a second. There you go.
Yes. Shudo 2016. Before the great fucking.
Yep, the beginning of the great fucking. Let's see. Mike says, one of the funniest comments I got for Ray was that I was so angry, yelly, and Irish that English subtitles couldn't handle it. Let's see. Mike says, didn't we do a flashback scene with Al as Ray's father? We did initially. In episode 2. We were gonna have a full flashback with Ray's father, but we decided to cut that because the episode was fucking long enough as it was. But yeah,
didn't I make it in? I thought I made it in.
But yeah, I think it was gonna be. God, it's been so fucking long.
The original version, yeah, but like we had like a little short bit.
We did.
You say 2 lines and fucking die.
Yep.
That's great.
But yeah, episode 3. I think our best jokes are in episode 3 so far. I think episode 3 is our best work.
Episode 4 is going to be fun. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard to tell until it's out. But yeah, 3 is definitely our high water mark for now. And I'm fine with that, honestly. If every new episode is the best episode, that's fine by me. It means we're doing better.
Let's see. Toki Arc win? Probably episode 5, I think. Episode 5.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, episode 5. Because right now we're.
Well, no, not really. Well, it depends on what you would consider the Toki arc. Because isn't episode 5 going to be the Cassandra prison arc?
Yes, Cassandra prison, where they try to Ocean's 11 their way. Oh wait, no, not Ocean's 11. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh, they try to Shawshank Toki out of prison.
Yeah, we haven't started scripting for that one yet, but yeah. We'll let you know as things progress and develop.
Let's see. Otis, just the delivery of the jockey lines in that episode of Pure Gold. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I had so much goddamn fun as Jockey. You have no fucking idea. Okay. So in the flashback sequence, for Joggy, we were gonna have an extended sequence. Let me see if I can find the rough draft of that. Because I still have shit saved on Google Drive. Let me see if I can find the rough draft of that.
A lot of our scripting process is first getting a rough idea and then paring stuff down because we have a lot of ideas generally from moment to moment, and there's usually stuff that either doesn't work together or just winds up dragging stuff out too long, and we want to keep the pacing up. Because it's not much of an abridgment if you have, almost the same runtime.
Okay, so I have the flashback. The running joke here was that Ryukin, their dad, kept incorrectly pronouncing Jaggi's name until he eventually just calls him Janice. Like, remember your training, my sons, especially you, Jackie. Jaggy! For this exercise, you must strike each target painted amongst yourselves. This involves intense focus, as you must attack each point in a precise and accurate fashion. Johnny just leaps forward, flailing his arms.
He who strikes first wins.
And then Johnny's like, I just fucked your shit up, Ken. What do you think, Dad? Pretty sweet, huh? At this rate, I'll be successor in no time. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, Jason. Jockey. But you know it'd be even cooler if you actually did it right. What do you mean? Look at him. He's got more bruises than a freaking banana. From where I'm sitting, you're the one going bananas, jerky. Jockey! Just take a good look at yourself. What the? He hit every mark. But how? And this is the best part. Did you seriously think you could just flail wildly and expect results? Are you kidding me? That's exactly what Ken does. Wrong again, Jimmy. Johnny! Kenshiro flails wildly, but with exact precision. You're not making any sense. That's bullshit and you know it, Dad. Now, mind your attitude, Janice. That's fucking Johnny! That's it. I've had enough to hear with you. No matter what I do, you always compare me to that little prick. Well, fuck you, Dad. I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back.
Yeah, one of the reasons that got cut is, as we were discussing earlier, I didn't want to humanize Joggy too much. Because it felt like that sort of legitimized his position.
Because fuck him, that's why.
Yes.
And this is where we used basically what you see in the episode, but it's a little longer. It's thank Christ, I thought he'd never leave. This again? I'm gonna level with you. Your brother's a dick, a psychopathic one. I never liked him, and you're a big softy. Kind of goes against the whole master of killing art motif, you know what I mean? In any case, he's a very dangerous man, and you're gonna have to do something about him. You mean giving a stern talking to? I'm talking about a more permanent solution, Ken. You're gonna have to waste the little bastard. Kill my brother? Look, Dad, that's kind of screwed up, don't you think? I won't have any of your back talk, young man. You're going to murder your brother, and you're gonna like it.
And he was right. Eventually.
I think one of my favorite lines for Joggy is when Ken says, "That's a stupid idea," and I go, "You're a stupid idea."
As somebody who has brothers, I can insist that yes, we do talk to each other like that.
And we were also going to factor in the whole Shin aspect of it, that he that he turned Shin against him. But the original intention was for him to think that Shin and Ken were best friends, and then Ken's just like, "You fucking retard! I don't even like the guy."
Yeah, so I think that was just cut for time.
Yeah, that was cut for time.
As I recall.
Let's see. I'm gonna. But yeah, since this is a live stream, and we're talking about stuff that we did in the show and behind the scenes, I'm gonna read it off. Let's see. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Do you have any idea how long it took me to put this plan together? Apparently not long enough, because it clearly didn't work. Naive as ever, little brother. Part 1 of my plan might have been a flop, but Part 2 went without a hitch. What are you talking about? You see, Kenshiro, a few years ago, while you were busy macking on your fiancé, I convinced your best friend to stab you in the back and make your life the living hell it is now. Best friend? And who might that be? Are you serious? If you're talking about the 2 kids and that crazy Ray fellow, I barely even know them. They just kind of showed up. Oh, quit messing with me. You know exactly who I'm talking about. That South Star guy with the fancy castle. Shin? And then he laughs. What are you laughing at? What's so goddamn funny? Joggy, you moron. Shin and I were never friends. Bullshit. You studied martial arts together. Yeah, once. During our trip to the South Star Academy of Martial Arts, remember? Dad never took me on any field trips. Holy shit, you're a mess, Joggy. And this is where he's like, he pulls out the gun and he's like, I'm gonna show you that I'm the true successor with a gun. Really? Fuck off. Any last words, Ken? Oh, the original the original flashback for Joggy when he points the gun at Ken. The original plan was for him to not even know who the fuck he was.
Yeah. There was a point where we were just gonna have Ken be absolutely ignorant of who Joggy was.
Because he's like that formidable of a character.
Mm.
Like, okay, after Joggy dies, he's never mentioned again for the entire series.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. So when the Hokuto brothers are brought up, it's always just Toki, Kenshiro, and Rao. Joggy is never mentioned. So we decided. So we decided initially to kind of have fun with that. So Kenshiro, he sees this guy, he's like, "Sit down, pretty boy. Okay, here's the deal. You're gonna march out there, tell Dad you're not worthy of being successor, capiche? Are you deaf? Go out there and do as I say." And he smacks him with a shotgun. "Ah, what the hell, man? Who are you? What are you doing in my room?" "It's me, you idiot. Your older brother." "Oh. Hey, bro, want to shoot some hoops?"
Casual sports Kenshiro is a good boy.
Okay. So... one of the things that I am so happy that I am so happy of like the Hokuto universe that we established in our series. Because it's established that before Ken went into martial arts, he was a fan of sports and a fan of magic. And buddy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. He was a fan of sports because he wants to shoot hoops with his big bro, and he's a fan of magic. And somewhere in the apocalyptic hellscape, there is this magic 7-Eleven just sitting there, waiting to be raided.
Where you can still get Tornados.
To this day. It's just in the middle of nowhere. And these raiders have been searching for it for months, maybe even years.
It's their holy grail.
It's their holy grail, the holy grail. The only 7-Eleven still open in existence. And
I hope we get organic chances to reference that more, because it's just a fun concept.
Another thing that became an in-joke was the whole drinkable gasoline thing.
Yes.
I'm happy that's a thing.
I forget how we even came up.
I'll tell you how we came up with that.
Sure, we had a cheap laugh in the first 30 seconds because one of the judging criteria for the TIVA contest was that, hey, if you don't make us laugh in the first 30 seconds, you're not getting through round 1. So we peppered a couple ones in there. The two big ones that we were banking on were
Donald Trump,
the Trump presidency, and I fucking love gasoline.
And the joke. Okay, the reason why we made him drink gasoline is because those canisters. I know they're water canisters, but they look like fuel tanks.
Yeah, jerry cans and fuel tanks, they're very similar in design.
So we've just said, fuck it. The gasoline is a drinkable commodity now in this feature.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we keep referencing it as much as we can. Gasoline?
That's why people blow up. They're all drinking fucking fossil fuels.
Yeah. The original line in the scene where he, oh, that's me, did Asa do the gasoline? Yeah, Ace Salieri was Zed, and and here's a funny thing that I thought people would, that in hindsight we should have thought about. Zed says the gasoline line, and he also says, "I'll snap the girl like a twig." He's voiced by two different people. And I didn't realize that until after we sent the episode. But I guess they didn't notice that. So yeah, Zed is he's the one that drinks the gasoline, and he's the one that threatens Lynn. But yeah, Ace Salieri did do the gasoline line, and the funny thing is, he actually was trying to guzzle liquid as he was doing that line. Method acting. And at the end, he accidentally spilled Gatorade all over his shirt. And that was the take that I used for that episode. Zed is multilingual. Ace is pretty cool. He can be a little hot-headed at times, but he's an alright dude. Let's see. What other little tidbits?
Do we have any more prepared questions?
Let's see. Would we ever abridge Kinnikuman? I've been thinking about it. There's already like a Ultimate Muscle abridged by someone else, but abridging Kinnikuman would probably be really fun. The problem is, okay, say if you agree with me on this, Andrew. It's hard to abridge a comedy series.
Yeah, definitely. I think the more comedy elements to something that there are, the more difficult it is going to be to exaggerate it and make
because
it
Kinnikuman and Ultimate Muscle, they're pretty goddamn silly to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make that even more absurd?
I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but there is an upper limit to zaniness generally. Honestly, what you could find more success in possibly might be to go the other direction and take it more deadpan. Maybe. Don't hold me to that. That might not work at all, but, just thinking off the top of my head of ways you could make it work, it occurs to me that you might want to try that.
Because there's already, okay.
But as far as abridging Kinnikuman goes, I would be useless there, because
he's never seen.
Not only have I never seen the show, it's also very, very heavily based in wrestling, and I have no background knowledge there.
Let's see. Somebody already did. Believe it or not, there's already an ongoing Pop Team Epic Abridged series.
Yeah, Al showed me this last weekend. I'm frankly amazed that somebody even tried to do that, because goddamn.
Let's see. Yeah, Kinnikuman fights a bear in a bear suit. That's okay. So there's this scene in Kinnikuman. He's training to fight this Russian dude named Warsman, right?
As you do.
So he's in Siberia, and he has to wrestle a bear. Mm-hmm. Because legend has it, Warsman has the strength of a bear, right? He can overpower a bear. So he has to fight. So he has to train with a bear. Now this is how absurd it gets. You ready for this? Yeah. So he fights this bear, and he's able to suit. Now the bear is drawn in like a goofy style, right? Like a cartoony style, right? Like you would expect from a comedy series, right? The best way I could describe the bear, he looks more like a teddy bear than an actual bear. Like he doesn't have a realistic bear face. It's more of a simplified, like almost like Yogi Bear type face. You know what I mean?
Yes. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So he suplexes this. He body slams his bear, and then the bear gets up. He's like, "Now you pissed me off," and he pulls down a zipper. And out pops out a realistic bear and chases him.
Oh, God damn.
And chases him. That's how goofy it is. And
time to bring the pain, motherfucker.
And as Anime Heat said, there's a spin-off of that series called Kinnikuman Lady, where all of the male characters have been replaced with busty female versions of themselves.
Lewd.
Yeah, okay, kind of. Mike says Devilman Crybaby would be good to abridge because of how unironically edgy it is. Yeah, see, that would be a good starting point for an abridged series. Just take the edgiest fucking show you can imagine and try to make it funny.
Yeah, the more seriously something takes itself, the easier it is to take the piss out of it.
Mike, at least we're more active than Team 4-Star.
Not shit on Team 4-Star, okay? Not only are they the main reason we're here, honestly, but also, they are active, they're just not, active, off-ordering for sure. They're doing other stuff, and that's totally fine.
Yep.
And episode 60 is in production, I hear. It's coming along quite well, as I understand it. Thank God. I'm a patient man, but I'm getting tired of waiting to everybody else's. But it'll be ready when it's ready.
That's probably what everybody's thinking about us. We're patient, but goddamn guys.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, what can you do? God just does not want us to make this thing.
A thought occurs.
Yes.
Well, it'd require you to drive out here, but you could edit on my rig. I assure you I have the power for it.
Huh. Do you have any video editing software?
Nope, you'd have to bring your own.
That's fine. I know where I can get stuff. Yeah, that would be cool, actually. I got everything on the thumb drive.
Record at your place and edit mine.
Yep. Because you have a pretty goddamn powerful setup.
Yeah, I got it.
He's got like 8 screens.
I have 2 screens. Let's not overhype it.
He's got 8 screens, all of them filled with porn.
Only one. You know what?
God, okay. That Joggy helmet is literally just a bike helmet with craft foam on it. I'm so proud of it.
It's good, man.
It's a bike helmet with the straps removed, and that outfit, that Kenshiro outfit that Andrew's wearing, that's actually mine.
Yep. It was lent to me for the purposes of having a cosplay to wear, because though I do enjoy cosplaying, I'm really bad about getting off my ass and actually making my costumes.
He has an Ike costume, but it's currently falling the fuck apart.
No, I've retired that costume. I put it to bed for now. I may remake it at some point in the future, but currently it's fucked.
He fights for his friends. Anthony Birch Fan Club says, 1 screen of porn, 8 screens of quote-unquote research.
Got that right.
Let's see. Wait, I've actually modified the Kenshiro jacket. It's actually got 2 silver pauldrons on it now. It looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I think I wore that version as well later, at some point after this.
Yep, I also bought fingerless gloves with knuckle protectors on it, with knuckle paddings. Mike says, you as Kenshiro, you look like a 50s greaser.
You know what's really funny about that? I actually I performed in a stage production of Grease at one point.
That's
when I was in high school. I was Danny Zuko, baby.
Nice. What else? This is unrelated, but are you excited for Smash?
I am so excited. Okay, funny story about this. Funny story. I want to tell this story.
Okay.
So when the Smash Direct, when it went live, I was busy at work, so I couldn't watch it. I mean, I probably could have, but having to pausing during a live stream and having to see people reacting in real time, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I was just, gonna watch it later. And I get a text from Al, and he's like, dude, Cloud made it back in! And I'm like, yo, because Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time because I'm a basic bitch.
So Andrew's biggest fear with the new Smash is that the third-party characters weren't going to be in.
Yeah, I thought, it's probably going to be like Snake and Brawl. It was a one-time thing. They couldn't get the relicense. The Cloud's just going to fall by the wayside for the new Smash game. That was a serious concern that I had going into it. But I was like, no man, he's back. Cloud's back. And I started celebrating. I'm like, yes.
And then I told
and Snake, and I'm like, oh, he's fucking with me. I'm like, nah, man, that's bullshit, and I don't believe it. And then I watched the thing, and everyone is back, and I was like, yo!
Except Waluigi.
Yeah, well, you can't be back if you weren't there in the first place.
Everybody's pissed about Waluigi not being a playable character.
I don't understand.
I'm actually surprised at how many people are pissed at that.
I mean, I'm not. Everybody gets salty on the internet about everything. It's freaking astounding. But I honestly don't give a rat's ass if Waluigi gets in or not. There, that's the thing that's going to make everybody upset. That's the thing that I say.
Shovel Knight's an assist trophy. This is bullshit. I'm like, you should be
happy. Shovel Knight is amazing, and he could have been a full character. I don't know that I could say the same about Waluigi, honestly.
That was my argument. I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, he's been in sports games and party games. There's nothing like original about him. That like there's no distinct qualities about him. Like he doesn't have a moveset like Wario. He doesn't have a distinct moveset full of with a variety of shit he can do like Wario does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What can
Wario's had his own fucking games.
Yeah, Waluigi, he shows up when there's sports. That's his thing.
That's my favorite headcanon about Waluigi is that, he doesn't like any of the adventure stuff that Mario and everybody in Wario does. No, he just likes to play sports. He just showed up one day because Wario needed a doubles partner, and now they hang out.
It would be nice for him to be in an actual like adventure game or whatever, but
no, because that would destroy my canon. I don't want that. What I want is for Waluigi to get his own game, but it's just like a life simulator. Like if Waluigi the Sims, your only Sim is Waluigi. You can take him to the park. You can have
so it's Waluigi. It's Waluigi when it's Waluigi outside of the sports and party games.
Exactly. And you don't even get to be there when he does the sports party games. He goes off the screen, goes dark for a little bit, comes back. That was a good party. I can't believe I won.
And then he just sits in his couch and watches TV. No. He sits on his couch and then plays a better game. No, you know what'd be fucking hilarious? It's like, oh man, that was a good party. I can't believe I won. He sits down and he plays Smash Ultimate. Oh look, there I am.
No, it'd be great if you know that was an unlockable thing you could do like 80% of the way through the game, and when you sit there, you get to sit there and watch Waluigi play Smash. He comes up as an assist trophy. And he just goes, "This is about the level of involvement I'm comfortable with." I should send Sakurai a thank you note.
But yeah, okay, so a Shovel Knight is an assist trophy, right? And everybody's salty that he's not playable, but my way of thinking is he's an indie character. For him to be in an official Smash Brothers anything at all is a huge fucking deal.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I would have liked it. I would have been very happy to see Shovel Knight as a full character, but I'm not upset at all to see him be an assist trophy. That's still pretty good.
I was the same with Bomberman. Like, yeah, Bomberman would have been cool as a playable character, but outside of dropping bombs, he doesn't he
doesn't have enough of a moveset to be a full fighter.
He has
Fight me.
He has the stuff in Heroes where he has like the different gadgets and shit, but outside of that, all he really does is
the last Bomberman game that I played was Bomberman Jetters, I think.
Yeah, Jetters.
Yeah. And he had elemental bombs. That was pretty much the extent of his power set.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. But yeah, I'm just happy he's fucking in. Okay, so I speculated with Andrew. I'm like, okay, let's see. Snake's back. Bomberman's an assist trophy. Simon's next. I said, watch.
I didn't convince anything. I'm like, maybe. It'd be cool.
I put Simon's next. And the very next direct, fucking Simon and Richter Belmont. And, oh god.
Richter.
Like, okay, remember the last direct Sakurai was like, don't expect too many new characters, and he dropped 5 at once.
Well, to be fair, a couple of them are Echo Fighters. Chrome's status as an Echo Fighter to me is a little weird, because it looks like he might be like a mix of
Roy and Ike.
Yeah, it's weird. It just strikes me as being a little bit strange for him to be that way. And his Final Smash is pretty much original too, so...
Yeah, it's...
I'm not complaining, I just think it's a bit odd for him to get the Echo Fighter designation when there's so much that's, you know... Because, see, here's the thing, like, the Echo Fighters, they sit on top of other characters, depending on how you configure your menu. Who's he going to be on? Is he going to be on Roy or is he going to be on Ike?
Let's see. Mike said...
Oh, well, it doesn't really matter.
Mike says...
It's cool, though, that Ike's getting his Muscle-like form and his, Path of Radiance form. That's good. I like that.
Let's see. Mike says, Zero from Mega Man X not being playable sucks. I mean, a lot of people say...
I agree. I would have preferred for him to be a fighter, because more fighters is better. And he's definitely got enough shit going on that he could have been a fighter. But, I'd rather him be an assist trophy than not be in at all.
I could say the same thing about Alucard.
Yeah, Alucard also could have been a fighter all his own. But, that's expecting a lot of Konami.
Yeah, we're happy to... Okay, you know what's funny? Somebody said this, and I completely agree with it. Nintendo is putting more love toward third-party properties than the people who created them.
Yeah, seriously. We're getting a new Mega Man, aren't we?
Yes, Mega Man 11.
Mm-hmm. But that should be rad.
But seriously, like brand new voice work from David Hayter plus brand new remixes from older Metal Gear Solid games. That's dope.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have the codecs back.
God,
I would love for that to be a thing. I want the codec and I want Palutena's guidance. I want two dumb little conversations for each character in the roster. And the Echo Fighters. In case that wasn't entirely clear. Just fucking everybody. If you want to have me be super stoked, do it for Fox or Falco also. Have them phone up Peppy and Slippy.
Let's see.
I just want pointless bullshit conversations.
Never ask me for anything ever again.
I won't have to. Smash Ultimate.
It's done for me.
Real fucking baller.
It's done for me. They can,
Honestly, after including the Meme Team in the reveal trailer, I'm just like, fuck it, everything's gravy at this point.
And King K. Rool being in, like, people didn't think it was going to happen because Rare owns that character, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Rare fucked off to join Microsoft. Since we're talking about Smash, let's talk about who we think are gonna be revealed next.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be at least one more reveal trailer. If it hadn't been for Chrom, I would have said that probably one more Fire Emblem character would be getting in. Probably somebody from the new upcoming game. Now I'm not so sure.
I made a Facebook post, basically my predictions. And
I saw that.
I noticed a pattern, and that is anybody that was a Mii costume is now being a playable character. So Gino might.
What about Nipples the Enchilada?
Okay, playable character or assist trophy. And do you know what Vinny from Vinesauce said about assist trophies? Being an assist trophy is a fate worse than death.
No, it's not.
You know what else he said in the Vinesauce stream? He's like, and the final announcement at the end of the stream is Sakurai retiring.
I mean, honestly, probably deserves it. Everything I hear about the work process that goes into these games, like, oh my god, Sakurai, you poor man. Take a break.
Didn't he tweet where he was like, it's like, excuse my eyes for being so goddamn red, or something like that.
The Japanese work too hard, man. It is a cultural problem. They work themselves much too hard. I worry about them.
Okay, let's see. My prediction is that they'll announce at least one more character from each third party represented before they stop. That's what I think. We got Konami. Now we just need Sega, Namco, and Capcom, and Square. So
I would be interested to see who Square would bring in.
Chrono, maybe? That would be
cool. Chrono would be real cool.
But I think most likely would be Gino from Mario RPG. Because he was a costume in the last game. Again, I'm going with my theory here.
I suppose it's possible. No disrespect, I don't put a lot of stock in that theory.
Oh well. Let's see.
One thing that a lot of people have been asking for, as far as Square, would be Sora. I don't think it's going to happen. Because you got to get Disney on that shit too.
And then they'll be like, oh, add our Marvel and Star Wars characters or we're out.
I don't think they'd choose to do that, but God, Sakurai looks good for 48. No homo, but he's a good-looking man for 48.
Let's see.
I don't know how he finds the time to take care of himself when he's busting his ass on these games.
Konami, I don't think we need any more Konami representation because we got Snake and Simon. I think we're good. Snake, Simon, and Richter, I think we're fucking good.
Yeah. We got three characters. I think that's about the size of it. If they do bring in another Square character, I do think it's probably going to be another Final Fantasy character.
Sabin, so he could suplex a train.
I would honestly like for it to be a Final Fantasy VI character, just because my favorite game from the 2D era. But if I were to be realistic, I think they might choose to. If I had to guess, if somebody put a gun in my head and say, name a Final Fantasy character that's getting into Smash, Cloud doesn't count, I would probably go with the Warrior of Light as representing in similar
going old school, huh?
In Dissidia, yeah. Final Fantasy 1, Warrior of Light.
Let's see.
That's what I would put my money on if I had to.
Anthony Birch fan.
If I didn't have to, I would not, because I'm not confident in this assertion. Don't hold me to this. But that's what I'm thinking.
Anthony Birch fan club says maybe Neku from The World Ends With You, because that's getting a Switch port.
You know, that's pretty legit, honestly. And there's a lot of shit they could do with him, because his badge system gives you a lot of options in terms of what you can do. So yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. I'm not sure that I'd make that call, just because Quelly is not as big as Final Fantasy, but I could see it working.
Watch, they announced someone from fucking King's Knight.
From what?
You ever heard of King's Knight?
I don't believe I have.
That was one of Square's first games. It did horribly over in America.
It probably didn't do too great in Japan either, considering that, you know...
The funny thing
is... the last game.
What Final Fantasy are we on right now?
The last one that was released was Final Fantasy 15, aka Boy Band Road Trip.
Okay, well... So, Final Fantasy 15 has a crossover with this shitty game from the 80s, King's Knight. King's Knight now has a mobile game.
Wow.
Yeah. Look up not now, but look up King's Knight and you'll see how shitty the game it is. It's basically a shoot 'em up, but you start off with like one character and then you get like a group of 5 to shoot to shoot magic projectiles at the same time. I mean, it's an interesting system, but it's just so hard and shitty. Let's see.
Guacamelee? What's that?
It's an indie game. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. You play as luchadors.
Oh man, speaking of luchadors, like, you ever played Burrito Bison?
Yes! That is such a fun mobile game.
I've only ever played it on desktop, honestly.
I have it on mobile. It's such a fucking fun game.
No, that makes sense for the platform. Totally makes sense.
But let's see. Are we talking about Square? We're talking about Konami. I think Konami's set. Square. Honestly, I think. I think, you know, if they were to put Final Fantasy, they go to safe route and put in Sephiroth.
I would hate if they picked Sephiroth. Not that I hate the character, but it's just
too safe. Like too predictable.
It's too obvious for one thing, and for another thing, he'd be just kind of rough design-wise, because it's sort of a billion feet long.
If anything, they should put him in.
I know Ridley's not too big, but
yeah, but Sephiroth is a long boy.
Sephiroth is a long boy. His Ridley, at the very least, you know, he's putting himself in danger when he's, you know, has his frames active. Sephiroth will not, because, again, his sword's a billion goddamn feet long. It's just, no, don't do it.
Let's see,
if they're gonna do another 7 character, I'd rather them pull a hero. Even if it's Aerith. Even though she's not, like, one of my least favorites. I used to really be into Aerith because I was a trash boy when I was a child. Now I'm into Tifa because I have taste.
Let's see. Sega. If they were to get another Sega character, it'd probably be someone from Sonic. People are speculating Tails.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to have Eggman in there as a fighter. Like in a mech suit or something.
That'd be cool.
Same thing with Dr. Wily. People want Dr. Wily in for Capcom. Like, put him in a mech suit.
I don't see Dr. Wily, honestly. I don't see it happening.
Neither do I. I don't see him at all. Do you think... Okay, let's see, Sega.
What about Metal Sonic as an Echo Fighter?
Dude, that'd be badass.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be badass. People are like, oh, Shadow, but I think he's already an assist trophy.
Yeah, he's already an assist trophy. He's got chaos control going on.
But yeah, Metal Sonic as an Echo Fighter would be badass.
If that happened, I would want one of his taunts to be him, kneel before me. Because that's just a hard line, man.
But yeah, that could very well be a thing. I mean, you have Dark Samus, you have Dark Pit. Mm-hmm. You know, you might as well have Metal Sonic. You know, for the evil trifecta.
Mm-hmm. It'd be good. You could give him basically all of Sonic's parameters and just tweak, you know, his specials, and Shapow. You got it.
Because he doesn't turn super like Sonic does, but he does have I think
he has like an ultra mode of some kind. He overclocks himself or some shit.
Yeah, he overclocks himself and surrounds himself in an explosive aura.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else.
Basically, Pikachu's Volt Tackle.
Yeah, essentially. Let's see. Namco would be hard. Well, I don't know. Okay, so you got Tekken. If they dropped a Tekken character, that would blow my mind. Like Jin. It would be fun. Have Jin be an echo of Ryu.
I think that would piss off Namco.
Yeah. But no, Jin would probably, if you were going to throw in Tekken, Heihachi or Jin.
Tekken's a little bit harder, because, I mean, you know, the first thought is, oh, well, they put Ryu in, they could do somebody from Tekken, but Tekken relies on a three-directional thing. It's not a 2D fighter, it's a 2.5D.
Well, they have Tekken Cross Street Fighter. They made it work.
Yeah, but didn't they do that by having the Street Fighters move into 3 dimensions?
No. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is a 2D fighter.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And it's the only Street Fighter game in existence where Zangief can pile drive a bear.
God bless America.
And King's in there. King has the Kiniku Buster for one of his ultimate moves, which is badass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they basically took the Tekken characters and made they made it so that their strikes were on a 2D plane instead of a 3D plane, and most of them don't have projectile attacks, but they have like charged ranged long attacks for like their special moves and shit, or special throws. Like for example, King is all grappling, just like Zangief, and
makes sense.
Yep, kind of the same with Kuma, the bear. He does like bites and shit. But yeah, it like, and don't forget, you know, perfect final smash for Jin. He turns into his devil form, where he sprouts devil wings and shoots lasers out of his eyes. That's a thing.
Tekken's a weird game series.
Yeah, it kind of is. You know, you got a fighting kangaroo and a dinosaur and shit. But yeah, Namco. Who else? Capcom, probably Arthur. From Ghouls
yeah, that I could see. That I could see.
I'm not foreseeing another Mega Man character.
I seriously got it. No.
Because pretty much
like number 9 is an Echo Fighter.
No, fucking
he's like Mega Man except he's garbage.
Let's see. Yeah, I do not see another Mega Man character because one, every iteration of Mega Man shows up in his final smash.
Mm-hmm.
And two,
and Proto Man now too.
Yeah, Proto Man and Bass.
Yeah, so neither of them are going to be showing up as Echo Fighters, which you know I would have said no, yeah, totally.
This is probably completely unlikely. Maybe a Robot Master of some kind.
Yeah, I don't think there's any single Robot Master who you know could make the cut.
Yeah.
If it was going to be another Mega Man character, I'd have to put my money on X.
Yes, but again, he shows up in the final smash.
Yeah. So probably not. I know some people have been like Sigma, and I'm like, no.
That was actually one of my choices was Sigma. Because you got. But then again, here's another thing. The trophy reveal trailer was the highway stage from Mega Man X, so that might be a teaser. At least that's what people are saying. You know, oh, well, there's music from Mega Man X. Why wouldn't they throw Mega Man X in there as a character? There's music from Balloon Fight, but you don't see the Balloon Fighter in there.
That's true. You don't.
You know, which, by the way, that remix of the highway stage is dope as shit.
Yeah, and Snake Eater.
The new Snake Eater remix is amazing. That guitar hit. Good. That guitar hit. Jesus.
But Snake was in it.
Yeah, dude. What? Okay, what if they dropped Big Boss as an Echo Fighter for Snake?
I wouldn't be unhappy. I feel like it was wasted effort, but you know, I wouldn't be unhappy because I like.
Okay, you know what?
He's my favorite war criminal.
You know what would blow everyone's mind? If it was Venom Snake with the rocket punch.
That'd be pretty decent. No, you know what would be truly outrageous?
Jim?
No. As soon as I said that, I thought it. So good job there. The boss.
Oh, fuck.
That'd be pretty hardcore.
Yeah. As a playable or assist?
As a playable. I don't think you could. I doubt it could be made to work. But having her as an assist trophy would be really interesting. Like instead of actually running around attacking people, she just sits around until somebody picks up an item. Then she just runs over and slaps it out of her hand and puts them on their ass.
See, you see, bitch. And then she pulls out the Patriot.
Oh. If the boss comes out on the field, don't go for items. Don't go for items.
What if the Cobra unit, just the Cobra unit as an assist trophy?
That would have to take a little bit of time to cycle through everyone, or to just be a chaotic mess and would not really be fair to fight against. So I definitely don't see that happening. But I would like to see the boss get into Smash because the boss doesn't get enough love because she's dead.
What if they dropped Liquid Snake as an original character? Not an Echo Fighter, but his own character.
I can't see it working on it.
No, neither can I. I mean, it'd be cool.
He just doesn't have enough shit going on. He gets into a fist fight with Snake. He gets into a driving match with Snake. And he pilots a helicopter at Snake. That's all he does.
No. Playable character, Liquid in the hind.
Sakurai. Well, you guys said Ridley wasn't too big, so I figured this would also be fine. Never ask me for anything ever again.
So yeah.
The idea of Sakurai just continuing to shit up things on purpose in retribution for being made to add Ridley, it just amuses me to no end.
Let's see. Namco, maybe, I don't know. What about someone from Soul Calibur? Like Mitsurugi.
That would be cool. I think it would probably be one of the big frontrunners. A really good choice would be Nightmare. Nightmare's badass. I like Nightmare. Another sword character. Shut up!
Gilgamesh. He's a sword and shield character.
Garuganesh.
No. Fuck that meme. But no, Gilgamesh from... And I actually have an idea what he can do. Gilgamesh from Tower Druaga. He has magic spells. Or at least... he has magic spells with the aid of the Maiden Kai. So... And Kai has the blue crystal rod, which can shoot magic spells and shit. Other than that, Gilgamesh is just, he's a dude in golden armor with a badass looking sword.
All right.
Let's see. Sega, other than Sonic, okay, other than Sonic characters, I don't think you're gonna get too much mileage out of them. I mean, you got Sonic and Bayonetta. They're both Sega.
Echo the Dolphin.
Oh my god. Now, if he was an
assist trophy, because they just break fucking rules.
Now, if he was an assist trophy, I'd actually mark out, because I love the Echo the Dolphin series. Like, I don't know if he would attack or be like a health character. Like, okay,
he'd probably be probably like do some Pokemon shit where he just like splashes around and has the water as a push box, and if you actually get in his, get in his way, you get hit for some damage.
Yeah, he's got the charge and he's got the echolocation attack. Like, maybe the echolocation can like stun opponents.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Someone put Knights from Nights into Dreams.
I never played that game, so I have no idea.
Knights just he flies around and collects items. There's nothing that he does other than that.
He's the flying cap levels from Super Mario 64.
Yes.
Cool.
What could work is somebody from Golden Axe, because they have super moves and special moves. Maybe Streets of Rage too, like Axel or Blaze. But yeah, they throw in Alex Kidd. But so, other than Sonic characters, I can't see anybody else from Sega, unfortunately. That would work in a Smash Brothers setting, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got Namco, Capcom, Square.
They really don't have a lot of properties that are super high profile.
Yeah. Let's see. The guy from Altered Beast shows up.
That's just his title, the guy from Altered Beast.
He has an actual name, I just can't remember it.
Doesn't matter, it's what we're calling him now.
The guy from Altered Beast rises from his grave. He turns into a werewolf and yiffs everybody.
No.
He shoots out his knob. Kid Chameleon, that's probably too obscure. Anthony Birch fan club. It was big. It was big for the time, but then just relegated into obscurity.
As new Smash comes out, we're gonna get more Smash fan art, and I'm concerned that Lil Mac is gonna get cuffed by Snake.
Oh, another person that could work for Namco, but the content from his game is not too kid friendly. Rick Taylor from Splatterhouse.
Oh.
He's got enough special, like, he's had several games under his wing, and he has a bit of a cult following, and he also has enough special moves to keep things interesting. But
that motherfucker that looks exactly like Jason.
Yes, in fact, they actually had to change the mask look for the North American release because of that. They painted it red and made it look more demonic for the North American release for the PC Engine. But yeah, he would probably be a pretty good character in there. Let's see. Any other Nintendo characters you're hoping for? Home team characters.
I know we've got a shit ton of Fire Emblem characters already. I've been pulling for Hector from Fire Emblem 7 to get in since forever ago.
Otis Meehan, Little Mac X Snake, make it happen, DeviantArt.
No, I'm worried about Snake. I'm worried about Snake hooking up with Samus. Because Samus Little Mac is my canon pairing. It's so good.
Little Mac's like, I love a girl who can kick my ass. But yeah, as far as Nintendo goes, do you think they'll pull people from the '80s vault?
Anything's possible. But I'm not sure.
Urban Champion.
Kung Fu Guy.
He has a name. It's Thomas.
Is it really?
Yeah, his canon name is Thomas.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he fights Mr. X. And Knife Guy and Fat Fuck. Those aren't their actual names.
I want Captain Toad as an assist trophy.
That would be cool.
I don't even know what he'd do. I just want it.
Dig up treasure?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like dig up items and shit for you to use?
Yeah, he just finds you some cool shit to use. That'd be good.
And he has a chance to find like rare items like CDs and shit.
Ooh, that'd be real good. Well, no, actually it wouldn't because I think Sakurai said everything's unlocked from the first time you start the game up.
Except for characters. I think you actually have to play for those.
I want to say he said in one of them that all characters are going to be unlocked at the start. I might be wrong on that. I know he definitely said that about stages in the new one, in the most recent direct.
Let's see. Who else? Sakupan from Joy Mech Fighter is an assist trophy. He's from a Japanese-only game. Takamaru from Mystery in Murasami Castle is an assist trophy from the last game. Oh, Justin Johnson. Banjo and Kazooie would be a nice surprise. If Sakurai can make it happen, and Lord knows he's mad enough to do it, that'd be awesome.
It'd be great. I'm not holding my breath.
Neither am I. It's highly unlikely at this point, especially the girl from Mischief Makers, Marina Lightyears. She technically would. I don't know. Okay, she was made when Square Enix was two different companies, so it was Enix and Treasure. Before they merged, before Square merged with Enix to become Square Enix, Enix made a game called Mischief Makers, and it's a cool little cult classic for the Nintendo 64. And you control a robot maid named Marina Lightyears.
Nice.
And the main mechanic is grabbing items and shaking them.
Huh.
But you could also like throw them to the ground, throw them. You could take items and body you could take enemies and fucking body them. Like you grab an enemy, you shake them to release all the gems, and then you slam them to the ground and take all their health.
Jesus.
Yeah, and the boss battles are fucking crazy. Like the final battle, you basically fight Voltron.
Hardcore.
But yeah, it's highly unlikely that she's gonna show up. Very highly unlikely. Same with Banjo-Kazooie. There might be a chance since King K. Rool's in the game, and he was originally rare.
Nothing's impossible. I refuse to rule anything out at this point.
Like even Goku.
I take it back. There are some things I'm going to rule out.
Maximilian said on his stream, he's like, Sakurai should just say fuck it and throw Sub-Zero in there. He's like, he might as well at this point.
Yeah, no. I mean, Sub-Zero is a video game character. He's iconic. Put him in. The only thing is, what are they going to do about fatalities? He's not allowed.
Oh, that didn't stop them from making fucking DC Comics versus Mortal Kombat. You tone everything down. Not to mention, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are in the Injustice games, and they don't kill anybody with their super moves.
Yes, I could definitely see Sub-Zero. With that said, it's a quarter after 10 here, my man. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I know. But I'm glad that we.
Were there any topics that we didn't get to because we got distracted by Smash?
I don't think so. We talked about what inspired us. We talked about the stuff that we did behind the scenes. We talked about the hold up with episode 4. That's pretty much all the main stuff that I want to talk about. Plus we bullshit with the audience a little bit, and I like that. And I'm just happy we had enough of an audience to answer questions.
Yeah. This was fun.
This was fun. So if there's any final questions, I know there's a lag between us talking and it being presented to the stream. If there's any questions, any further questions you want to ask us, ask away now because we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, do it quick.
I'll give him about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But, when we get to Rao, he's going to be fun.
Yeah, Rao should be a hoot.
The way, I like the way... So at this point, Bat's the only normal character. He just wants the madness to end.
Bat's playing straight man for an entire goddamn universe. It's great.
Everyone around him, there's a 6-year-old who's a sexual predator. There's this insane madman who makes people explode. There's an angry Irishman.
It was also insane and turns people into cutlets.
Yeah. There's a fucking furry army.
Actually, Mommy is pretty normal too, really.
Yeah, Mommy and Bat are like the only normal ones. And when we get to Amoeba, he's a straightforward villain. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but he's pretty straightforward. Toki, should we tell them or should we keep that a secret?
No, let's move on to it.
Okay.
It'll be more fun when we reveal it.
Okay. Yeah.
20 goddamn 20.
Yeah. Okay, Otis asks, have we ever watched the Chibi series of Fist of the North Star?
I think you showed me the first episode of that.
It's a thing.
It sure does exist.
It's I like the concept. What if the apocalypse didn't happen and they have to have normal jobs? That's
yeah.
That is a funny concept. Ken as a fucking construction worker is the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen. So, okay, put these nails on the wall. Okay. The fucking building explodes.
What happens when you hit a building's pressure points?
Mace Spunter W. Hey, oh god, we're into politics. Fuck this. Buddy, we're talking about gaming and our abridged series. You know, maybe when I do another stream.
Oh, well, I guess it's time to tune out. Bye, everybody.
Maybe when I do another stream, I'll address that one. But, so yeah, if there's no... If there's any other questions about our abridging and about gaming or what have you, completely unrelated to politics, please ask now. Because otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up.
Mm-hmm. I got some shit I gotta do before I go to bed.
Okay, well I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was even though we don't have the grand audience, it's still really fun to do streams like this.
Yep, thanks for coming out, guys.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Me Too claims against Waluigi are absolutely based around is actually caused by him not being in Smash, not the other way around.
God, these fucking people.
Alright, I'm out.
I love you guys. You guys take it easy. Thank you, Andrew, for joining me. Andrew? Oh, he's out. Oh, take it easy, guys. Big Al, over and out.